This marks the beginning of the most treacherous and demanding task to date. PAWNS, as it's become known to be called, is the animated film developed within Blender 3.0, capturing the story of Artyom Dmitriev, a Russian soldier during the war between Russia and Ukraine. Within this video, I will be discussing with you, the viewer, the long and hard journey I experienced during the process and creation of PAWNS. Here we are at the beginning of the journey. It was a relatively simple start with a realistic yet difficult goal in sight. I conducted the goal to gather materials such as model assets and textures for the animation process of the final graded unit content. In order to gather these resources, I visited various sites such as BlenderKit. The unique and beneficial quality regarding BlenderKit, however, is it comes with the ability to import an add-on onto the actual Blender software itself, which means I had a much easier time accessing into the various models and assets that I was able to bring forth into the animation scenes with relatively simple ease and simplicity. As well as gathering resources, I developed upon my script for the overall narrative within the short animated film, describing the horrors of the war and Artyom Dmitriev's experience upon the lines within Chernobyl. At this point within the process, I personally enjoyed this experience. With no direct rules and the free ability to develop any creative story that I chose that I wished to, it allowed me to truly expand my creative freedom and really test my limits. Now, halfway through the production stage, this is where the work became much more of a real challenge. First, discovered in order to move a human-based model, I had to develop a human meta-rig. In other terms, I had to develop a whole human skeletal structure within the model framework to physically move the model's arms and legs. This task proved to be incredibly challenging, with many difficulties resulting in a large number of setbacks. This was a huge concern regarding the already tight and restricted time schedule that I had in order to keep and maintain a quota. Through a lot of trial and error, tutorials and advice gained from fellow animators and experts, I, however, managed to develop multiple models with fully fleshed out and mapped rigged skeletal structures. However, unfortunately, within the final graded unit process, due to various time constraints that will be explained later on, I was unfortunately unable to fully explore the skeletal structures that I had already rigged. The scenes had to be cut. However, Other than the human meta rigging, other problems such as computer and software issues had arisen continuously. Due to many technical issues, such as the computer being too slow when operating more than one model asset whilst animating and modeling my scenes within a developed environment. As mentioned before, due to many of the issues arising from various reasons, I had experienced a severe loss in time. With an already restricted time constraint with a combination of further delays on top of this production timetable, it seemed almost impossible. But I refused to cave so easily. With many discussions with my graded unit mentor, advice given from the colleagues and fellow animators, and sheer determination to complete this assignment, I was able to pick myself up again and again from loss and failure to reach the mountaintop. And finally, I had done it. I had reached the deadline day. With only 4 minutes to spare, I had done it. PAWNS was complete. Sweat dripping from my forehead, head fried and left burnt out, ready to pass out within seconds. I had done it. PAWNS was finished. The war was over.